Well, good day, my railroaders. In this video, as you can see, I'm going to be working on the motorized 130-foot turntable, and it's equipped with DCC, which once I get figured out how just to operate it with its control, I might figure out the DCC part of it. So, built up the roundhouse, and it's going to sit right here in this back corner. I'm thinking that's where the turntable is going to sit. So I had to do some modifications to my track, so we're just going to do a shaky walk around for a second. But my two tracks that were over here now are three, leading into the yard. So that's the first part. The other part is I had to take a 9-inch section out of here to get some room in behind the tracks, because as the layout shows for this yard, back there is going to be the Casio train station, and then a little bit farther down the line, where I'd say right about here, is going to be the freight terminal. So looking at the print, it shows the roundhouse and the turntable at this end of the yard. So I'm thinking that's going to give me lots of room behind the track. Should give me lots of room beside the turntable. The other part I had to change, of course, we'll put this back down on the floor now. We don't need to see what I'm doing. Well, technically we do. So the two main lines came down here, branched off, and this is going to be the yard lead into the turntable, and then another switch here will go into the yard behind the turntable. And then to get onto the turntable, I had to switch from easy track to regular track, so I'm going code 100 Atlas track, and that'll get me to the turntable. So just one final check, run a train past here and see if I got all the clearances I need. And of course you run a video when it comes off the track. Perfect. Makes it pass there pretty good. These rail box cars, I have a lot of problems with them. It looks good. Okay, so I got the knife. I got where I'm going to put it. So above looks pretty good. I got 2-inch foam down, so I don't think I'm really going to have to cut much into the wood. But just to have a quick look right there. So should be sitting right about there, if I can find my hand. Okay. Now I just got to get the nerve up to cut into the foam, because once I start that, there's going to be no turning back. Okay, so now that I've decided exactly where this is going to fit on the layout, I'm just going to take a marker, trace out the exact location of where it's going to be. This way I know where I'm going to be cutting. I'm sure a Sharpie, black Sharpie marker on a black paint job is going to turn out really good. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out where the roundhouse is going to actually sit. Just take a marker and do all the corners on that. This way I've got basically a general idea of where I had it. Hopefully get it close to the right spot. Okay, moment of truth. Roundhouse, ready for now. Okay, we're going to pick up the turntable. we're going to put the turntable back. Right back where I had it. And finish doing the line. That was kind of silly. I know what you guys are thinking. This is the outside of the turntable, so do not cut on this line. Like I said, this is the placement of where I want to have it. So that's my starting point. Okay. So they send you with this handy dandy template. Put over top of where it was. So the first thing I got to do, I guess, is cut this out, looking for the inner circle, and then moment of truth, and the point to no turning back. So I'm going to shut the camera off right now. I'm going to cut out the template, and maybe go have a coffee or something. I don't know. I'll think about what I'm going to do after this. Okay, so I got the template cut out. I got it, the outside circle that I drew. Got it all lined up, equal parts on all sides. And I never thought I'd actually be this nervous doing kindergarten stuff. Just tracing out a template. So once I get all that traced out, there's only one more step after that. You guys probably can't see black on black for lines. Unfortunately, I can. So yeah, I think I'll go have a coffee first. Alright, see you guys when I get some going. Okay, so we got the knife out, we got it all traced out. Now all we got to do is learn how to follow a line with a knife and styrofoam that hopefully doesn't mind being cut. Some of you remember I put plaster cloth down over some of the joints. So, of course, I had to pick a spot with plaster cloth. But that's alright. Line's a little hard to see over here. Imagine that, black on black. I don't know if being on foam makes this job any easier or harder than it would be if it was on wood. Just with the wood, you just have to use a jigsaw. So. I just wish they made a hole saw for a drill big enough for this. This would make this job super easy. Almost there. Okay guys, well you saw me make the holes. I'm going to keep plugging away with this knife, and I might as well shut off the camera now just so when I'm cutting myself I don't freak out people. No, hopefully I don't do that. Okay, so next time I turn this camera on, there's going to be a hole here. Okay, so I'm starting to get the pieces of foam out. One thing I did do when I was gluing down the foam is I didn't use a lot of glue in this area. Glue line starts right there. So the plaster cloth comes up. I'm finding if you do smaller sections, comes out that's that much easier. All right, see that? That's fun. As you can hear my anxiety every time I'm doing this, because if the foam breaks in the wrong spot, oh my. Right. But I think I got it. Oh, look at that. Nice round hole. Guess I gotta go get the vacuum cleaner. This is a mess. Okay, back in a bit. Okay, so now that I got the hole done, and right now I'm not quite sure if it's the right size or not, because the turntable itself has the cord in the center, and it won't let me actually set it down in there yet. So what I'm going to have to do is take the template that fits very tightly, so not quite sure, might be some trimming to do on this. And then it says that's where center is. Up. Okay, so there's center. Good part about being an electrician, I have all kinds of tools at my disposal. 4-inch hole saw. And of course a dead battery. There we go. Okay, so I'll shut the camera off again because I'm going to get the vacuum out, get this cleaned up, and then I'll turn the camera back on and we'll do a try fit. Okay, so I got that all cleaned up. Take this. Drop that down in there. And there you have it. One turntable. That is super nifty. So now I just got to get to the wiring part of it, and I haven't run a bus line for my track yet, so I guess that's going to be my next project, is running a bus line. But I might just run a temporary feed over to this. Okay, there you have it, guys. Turntable in, just not up and running yet. Okay, so we got the turntable in, and what I've done is I've borrowed some power off the end of the track, hooked it up, plugged it in, so locomotive does have power to the track because there's some sounds. Then I hit calibrate on the control box, and it'll go around once. So what I've really noticed now is I've got a lot of bus wiring to do. I've got to go out and buy some wire, run it under the layout, drop some feeders for all these tracks, and that would be all those tracks over there. They talk about a no track zone. There it is, where it changes the polarity of the tracks. So yeah, I gotta drop some bus feeders down for all those tracks over there. And I've gotta hook up the main line to get to it. So that's gonna take me a couple weeks to do, but I'll leave you guys with this. It is in, cut it into the layout, put the roundhouse on, hooked up a little bit of temporary power to it, just to show you guys it all works, and to show me it all works. So like I said, got some wiring to do, and I got some paperwork to read up on to see exactly how we control all this. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.